University. Currently, I am working as an advocate in Delhi. My hobbies are playing chess, running, and playing cricket.
Okay. You love playing cricket. What is Chinaman?
So, Chinaman is a left arm spinner who bowls orthodox like wrist spinner.
All left arm wrist spinner are Chinaman.
Sir, orthodox wrist spinner are Chinaman.
All orthodox spinner.
Sir, as far as I can remember, sir.
Can you name me any example other than Kuldeep Yadav?
Sir, Piyush Chawla.
Piyush Chawla.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you sure? Was he the Chinaman?
Sir, I think he was a Chinaman.
Other than him, any foreign player?
Sir, I can't remember any
Okay,
foreign
you have
player.
mentioned chess. Can you explain me the different formats of chess?
So there is rapid, which is 10 minutes. There is blitz, which is 3 minutes or less. There is bullet, which is even faster. Then there is longer format, uh, which can go on for hours.
Okay, tell me 5 foreign players of chess.
So Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru Nakamura, uh, Dubov, Nepominashi, Anish Giri.
Okay, you have done your first. You come from Delhi University.
Yes, sir.
You support which student union?
Sir, I supported ABVP at that time when I was a student.
Okay, you were the part of ABVP.
I was not a part of ABVP, but when during the elections, I voted for them.
Okay, okay. So why? What good you saw in them?
Sir, they were more active in politics in Delhi University, and they talked about student issues very openly, and their issues at that time were very relevant during the elections.
Okay, tell me last 3 president of DUSU.
So the previous one was, I think,
Who is the
Atul
current one?
Khatri.
Who's the current one?
Sir, I don't know the current one. The previous one was Ronak Khatri.
Okay, before him?
Before him, sir, I don't remember.
Okay. Delhi University holds a very huge historical background and significance. Uh, you come from which college of Delhi University?
Sir, I did my graduation from Dayal Singh and my LLB from Law Center 1.
Okay. Can you tell me some historical background of Delhi University?
Sir, recently it completed 100 years, and some of the prestigious colleges are from Delhi University, where a lot of famous people have studied.
I understood, but I
Uh,
want to understand the historical. There were initially how many colleges of Delhi University were set up?
Sir, I don't know in depth about the historical importance.
Okay, you have done your graduation from economics. Can you explain to me about money laundering?
Sir, money laundering is where we use uh, unethically earned money to uh, send it outside the country, or to you make it whitewash, like black money, to convert it into legal money.
Okay. What are the 3 stages of money laundering?
Sir, first to acquire money through unethical means, then to use that money through a channel to make it ethical, and then use that money to.
Are these the three stages of money laundering?
So this is what I know.
Okay. What is Hawala?
Sir, I'm very not sure about in-depth knowledge on Hawala racket.
Hawala, you are not aware of this?
No, I'm aware of it, but I don't have the in-depth knowledge on this.
Okay. Recently, there was one short selling company which made some allegations on this Adani group.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of this?
Yes, sir.
Tell me a brief me about that.
So the company name was Hessenberg, which made allegations against Adani that they were having corrupt practices in their audit.
Okay. Now tell me one thing. How do you see them? Do you see them as the real who has a concern for people, and that's why they are highlighting such issues, or do you see them there that they are trying to harm the national reputation and national interest?
Sir, I think they were there to harm the national interest. If they had some real substance in their argument, they would have produced documents or shown some real proof. I think it was mainly to malign the image of the country, and due to which the markets also crashed, and they were trying to influence the Indian economy.
Okay. Recently, SEBI has issued certain guidelines regarding finfluencers.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of this?
Yes, sir.
Please elaborate.
So the SEBI has said that the fin influencer, they should not be blindly followed, and they are making content, and they are not giving out genuine financial advices. So people should not impose a lot of confidence on them, and they should not make their choices based on the fin influencers suggestions.
Okay. First point. Second point, any other guideline for the influencers?
Sir, I'm not sure about the guidelines.
You're not aware who else can be an influencer? Is there any measure set by SEBI?
Sir, right now I'm not sure. I'll read about it.
Okay. Who is current chief of SEBI?
Sir, I don't know.
Not aware of this?
No, sir.
Okay. You have also done LLB. Are you preparing for
Yes, sir.
UPSC?
No, sir.
No. And you are a advocate at present. Delhi High Court?
It's a district court.
District.
I'm recently started.
Okay. How do you see this judicial corruption?
Sir, personally, I haven't seen judicial corruption, but as far as the news that I have seen, I think there is a high degree of chances that there could be corruption somewhere in the judiciary, because recently a judge was also caught with cash in his bungalow. So, and pastly also we have seen some cases where people have been involved in corruption. So there can be chances of corruption in judiciary, sir.
Okay. You are mentioning about the judge from the Delhi High Court, I think.
Yes, sir.
And what happened afterwards?
Sir, he was transferred to his home state.
How do you see this concept of punishment posting? Do you see this as a punishment? And the judge that you have mentioned, has he been given this punishment posting?
Sir, I don't think so that this is a punishment posting. A thorough investigation should be done, and should be seen that if the allegations are right, then appropriate action should be taken rather than transferring him to the home state.
What's the current status? What Supreme Court has said regarding him?
Sir, they have said that we are investigating in-house investigation.
Okay. Recently, what we have seen that Supreme Court has directed to remove the Class 8 NCERT chapter regarding judicial corruption. At the same time, it has also directed some of the social media platforms to remove the content that highlights Class 8 NCERT chapter regarding judicial corruption. Do you justify this move?
No, sir, I do not justify it because uh, what is the truth should be taught to the students, and it was meant for educational purpose, and the uh, the country has the right, the students have the right to know what is going on in the judiciary, and the truth should be taught to students. It should not be whitewashed.
Okay. So you are saying that the Supreme Court has made a wrong judgment?
Sir, it's not the wrong judgment. Supreme Court itself reforms its own judgments. So if a strong argument is put forward in the Supreme Court, they might change it in the near future.
Okay, got it. How do you see this judicial activism? What's your take on this?
Sir, not all of judicial activism is good, but it helps in improving the life of the people.
Yogesh, tell me one thing. Recently, a statement was made by the advisor of Prime Minister, in which he mentioned that Supreme Court is an obstacle in the development of a nation.
Yes, sir.
What's your take on this?
Sir, I don't think the Supreme Court is an obstacle. It is a right check and balance system. If something is against the basic structure of the country, of the constitution, then it can be questioned by the Supreme Court. So it should be, it's like a check. It's not an obstacle.
Okay, and what about judicial activism?
Sir, as I was saying that it will help people if used in the right way. It should not be used just for the sake of interruption or to become popular yourself. The activism should be used to better the day-to-day life of the people.
Okay. Yogesh, you are basically from New Delhi?
Sir, I am from Haryana.
You are from Haryana. Which city?
Sir, currently I am residing in Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. Okay. Who is member of parliament from your constituency?
Sir, member of parliament is Inderjeet Singh.
From which political party?
He is from BJP, sir.
BJP. Do you support BJP?
Yes, sir, I voted for them.
Okay. No, I think what I want to ask you, do you support BJP as a party?
Sir, in my personal opinion, they are better than the opposition right now. If the opposition gets better in future, then it can be questioned. Like I can change my views on that.
Okay. Okay, got it. Yogesh, your interview is over.
Yes, sir.
How was your interview?
Sir, I think I shared too much on my political views.
Okay. I would like to give you some suggestions, Yogesh.
Yes, sir.
See, you hold a degree from economics and LLB, so your interview will be
Yes,
slightly different. Okay.
yes, sir.
So they will be checking your academic knowledge too. So
Yes, sir.
first of all, as you are from DU, to get understanding of the DU is an epicenter of student politics. So
Yes,
if you are
sir.
mentioning that, if you mentioned something called ABVP, then you must get the basic understanding who is current president of DUSU. Uh, I haven't asked you much question about the student politics, but panel members might be interested in understanding why there is so much conflict in DU related to this student politics. Should this be stopped? Do you think is it a right place? Campuses are a right place for student politics. These sort of questions can be framed. Okay.
Okay.
At the same time, you have done your graduation from economics, so you must be having a better understanding of money laundering, hawala. At the same time, the recent steps taken by SEBI with respect to influencers. What are the guidelines issued to influencers with respect to who can give advice,
Okay, sir.
financial related advice. So get a check on this as well. At the same time, I asked you, as you have done your LLB, that's why I asked you about the Supreme Court, the recent judgment of the Supreme Court related to Class 8 NCERT chapter of judicial corruption. It is highly recommendable that never, question an institution. You might be having certain views, but you cannot question your own institution. Okay, and the reason for this is the Supreme Court has taken this step because it tarnishes the image of an entire institution. Okay, judicial corruption can be an individual issue of some of the personals of the department, but the chapter highlights entire institution. So the entire institution cannot be tarnished. That was the issue.
So the argument can also be that next time the government will say that nobody can question the government because it tarnishes the government, or another institute will say that nobody can question us because that tarnish my institute. So then nobody can question anyone.
No, you need to understand the nitty-gritties. You cannot target government, you can target individual. If you are targeting the entire government, then this is a question of concern. If a government does an inappropriate action, then you will be taking action against a minister. You will not put forward entire government that we will remove the entire government. This is not how a country works. You need to understand the institutions, and this is, at least you are appearing for a bureaucratic role, then you have to understand the integrity of that. We can have a debate on this, but at last you are going to represent government. So if you cannot say if there is an intelligence failure, you cannot say that IB is not working. You will keep a check on the persons who are officials who are involved in that. You will take action accordingly. So we can debate on it, but actually you are appearing for the role in which there's.
I understood, sir.
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to convey. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, I think.
Then how should I answer this? Should I say that it is correct that the Supreme Court removed it?
No. I answered that question. I answered that, because Class 8 NCERT highlights the institution, judiciary. That's why Supreme Court took this action. Instead, they should be talking about the individuals. There are some individuals who have been involved in the judicial corruption or that sort. So try to give a balanced approach. Don't try. You are an advocate. I understand this. You always try to take a hard line, but it is an interview of a formal interaction. So don't go on that basis. There's a certain level of difference in that. So that's my take.
Sir, and should I talk about the political views, like you asked that who you support?
No.
Party that you.
In IB, it is not at all recommendable to take political.
Then what should I say, sir? You asked me that which party do you support? Then what should be the answer?
See, at last, as an individual, you cannot elect prime minister directly. You can elect the member of parliament of your constituency only. You have the right to elect just the Vidhayak or Sansad or of your constituency. So you can say, sir, it depends who is being elected from my constituency. I will vote to the person. So frame it like that. Okay. Because it is in IB, we do not prefer any person following an ideology. You have to be neutral. This is how bureaucracy works.
Sir, is there any problem in how I speak?
No. There's no problem in how you speak. You are perfectly fine. It is just that you are an advocate, and it reflects in your personality to take that hard line while arguing. So take care of this.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
That's. I'm going to go overboard with my views.
What's sir?
Like am I giving extreme views?
No. That what the statement you gave about the Supreme Court, it was hardline. Means you just neglected that this is wrong and Supreme Court will change in the future. You cannot argue that. I understand your arguments, but in this interaction, in the formal interactions, you just cannot question the institutions.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that's all from my side. Yogesh.
I have some questions, sir. Sir, I have given SSBs also, but I could not get the recommendation. So please tell me what are the mistakes that you think that I am making.
I think this is one of the major mistakes,
If you can,
that you
sir,
cannot take very hardline stance on any topic. You have to take a very balanced approach while answering some of the questions. So just keep in mind always that you can never question an institution as a whole. Okay. And if you, yeah,
think about my personality, the way I talk, or the expressions, or something.
see, you can increase your knowledge. Read about as you come from economic background, so read about money laundering, hawala, terror funding, and that sort of stuff. You come from LLB, you must be having a broad understanding about the recent Supreme Court rulings and what all the issues the Supreme Court has come with, right to privacy and euthanasia, that recent verdict that has been given. But you need to tackle the analytical questions that requires analysis, like the Supreme Court one I ask you. It can change the dynamics. So try